opening comment, Coach?
Congratulations to Hawaii and Coach Rolovich in the inaugural, Tommy Legacy Trophy game. Hard-fought battle, came down to the onside kick, and we didn't get it done. So lots of credit goes to the Hawaii team. They made plays when they had to, and we had trouble stopping them. And really made it for a challenging night.
You had effective ground game tonight. How'd that help offensively?
I thought it was good. We got Packer going. He ran the ball really hard. Was really productive. Thought that gave us a chance to try and keep Hawaii's offense off the field a little bit and burn some clock. But I thought our line did a nice job in blocking, and it's good to get some run game going because we've been struggling with that the last few games.
Coach, if you don't mind going back to Coach Tomey's trophy, the legacy of his family and his impact on these programs, what did it mean to play for that tonight?
Well, it was just special. Coach Tomey's one of the most special human beings I've ever met, and I think it's just an incredible thing that now we have this trophy, which can be played for every year between Hawaii and San Jose State. And it was a really special night, right? His wife was here, and his son and their families were here. And so it's pretty special to be a part of it. I worked for Coach Tomey for 6 years, and he's a really special guy to me. So I know he was looking down on us, watching us slug it out tonight.
I know when you go back and watch the film, if anything jumps out at you, it's going to be that you wish you had finished drives a little bit better, scoring touchdowns instead of field goals. What led to UH's ability to keep you out of the end zone, or your own ineffectiveness to punch it in there?
On a couple of those, I think we had a holding call. I think we had 2 penalties that put us in a situation where I couldn't go for it on 4th down. It was 3rd and 7, or 4th and 7, or 4th and 9. And so that's a little bit too much to go for on 4th down. So I knew we were going to have to score touchdowns, but one of them was a tackle for loss play. And so all of a sudden that kind of put us back further than I was willing to roll the dice on a 4th down and going for it. So obviously that was frustrating because we moved the ball extremely well offensively. Josh Love continues to show everybody how special he is, and it's just it's a hard one.
The quarterback on the other side of the field making his first career start. Talk about his impact tonight, and for a young guy to come in, cold like that and make a start and to play really well is pretty special.
No question. That kid's brilliant. Now, we watched him in high school. I've watched him play in games here his entire career. Him and Cole trade shots at the title every week. Last week he came in and led him on the clock drive to tie the game. And Cordell, we thought they'd both play. But obviously he was fantastic. He was great throwing it. He was great running it. He's obviously got great command of what they do. And I thought his performance was brilliant.
You think, even though there were 82 points scored, that both teams maybe tried to ball control it as best they could to keep the other team from possessing the ball?
Well, I think both teams are probably sitting there looking at themselves saying we need to play better defense. That's what I think both teams are saying, regardless of what you're running.
At what point in the second quarter, San Jose State got the one takeaway on the fumble recovery?
Yeah, and that was an opportunity that offensively we didn't take advantage of, right? We got a fumble recovery in plus territory, big time plus territory, and we ended up with a field goal. I think that's one of the situations where we had a penalty that set us back, or made it a little longer than it should have been. But that's definitely, as I look back on the game, that's the one possession that really hurt us. But you get the ball in the red zone, you got to score touchdowns. That's what this game is. That's what this league is. That's what this conference is. Everyone's good. Every game is like this. Every game is a 10-point game or less, and you got to capitalize when you get in the red zone.
I think that the punter doesn't punt, and you move the ball both ways, and it should be a pretty positive outcome. That didn't happen.
No, well, the outcome wasn't what we wanted, but we played good football, and so obviously we've got a bye. We're beat up. We have, I'm looking out there who's on the field for us, and we got a bunch of young guys and a bunch of guys that are beat up pretty good, so it's good. We got a bye. We can get healthy and start setting our sights on
We're here with linebacker and team captain Ethan Aguayo, and Ethan, rough night for both defenses tonight. What were the Spartans trying to do to contain or stop Hawaii?
We knew they were going to come out and pass. We had a lot of missed tackles, but we just need to tighten up on the defense in the back end and then on our coverages. We need to get to the ball, make plays.
Yeah, both teams had a lot of success on third down, but San Jose State came up with the one takeaway on the fumble recovery in the second quarter. What do you think that sequence meant in the game?
It's big. Anytime we could get a turnover, it's just another opportunity for our offense to make points. So we needed more of those tonight, and we didn't do that. So we're going to go back and work on our turnover circuits and just come back to work on Monday and Tuesday.
Did it matter to any degree that Hawaii started a different quarterback tonight?
Not at all. I mean, they're both pretty good quarterbacks, so we had to respect our opponent. But we knew we could play either one. It was still the same game plan. We know 12 is a little more, he's a runner too, just like Cole is, so same game plan.
Was there anything that Hawaii did tonight that maybe they hadn't done, or maybe was a little bit of a surprise tonight?
Not too much. We knew what they were doing. They came out and did what we thought they would do. So we just need to stop it. We need to tighten up a little bit on the defense, and we need to get a stop so we can get the ball back to our offense.
We're here with defensive back Bobby Brown, and Bobby played a Hawaii team that they knew was going to throw the ball a lot. And what did they do well, and what kind of challenges did they present to San Jose State's defense tonight?
They did their job. They ran their routes. What they're supposed to do. We just had to tighten up and really buckle down.
And did it make much of a difference that the freshman started as opposed to McDonald?
I would say the quarterback that played, he was more efficient with the ball than the quarterback that sat out. The vet. But for the most part, he just came in. He did what he's supposed to do. We just gotta.
You guys haven't really played a passing offense like that in a couple of weeks. Did they do anything that you guys didn't expect or surprised you?
No, they didn't do anything. For the most part, they did what we practiced. We tried to tighten up and be, gotta come out and be more dominant next time.
So with a bye coming up, what's on tap?
Get healthy. Really tighten up, gain some discipline. Really, dig deep because we got to win these next two games in order to get this bowl game.
We're here with running back Dijon Packer, and Dijon, running game seemed to be pretty effective tonight. What worked well for the Spartans on offense, particularly with the run?
Run game, we just wanted to focus on just emphasizing the run game in this game because we knew that what we could do. So emphasizing that, and we wanted to make sure we ran the ball effectively, which we were successful in. We just weren't able to pull out the win.
It again, just staying on the run game. It seemed like when whether it's you or anyone else who hit the point of attack, you guys were able to carry tacklers with you tonight. That really hasn't been the case earlier in the season. Tell us about that.
That's just a mindset that we tend to carry within the group. It was just making sure that we finish plays, run through arm tackles, and just carrying anybody that's trying to tackle us and not going down by one defender.
Neither team punted tonight, so it came down to scores, and how frustrating was it to have to settle for field goals?
It was very frustrating, just knowing that that's what we want to always emphasize is finishing in the red zone because we know how important it is and we know how that can change the game. So which was with the result in tonight. So it was very frustrating that we had to kick field goals, knowing that we could score every chance that we get the ball. So it was frustrating because we know what we could do. We could finish better than that, and we'll get back to work on that.
So you say getting back to work, you have a bye next week. So what's ahead for the team the next 2 weeks?
Just getting healthy, getting everybody back right, and coming back for these last two games and finishing them out strong and getting wins in both these games.
We're here with quarterback Josh Love, and Josh, it seemed like it was a a ball control type game, but yet both teams put up 40 points plus.
Right. I mean, that's what we expected, and offensively we left some points on the board. Didn't punt the ball. We were able to sustain drives and move the ball on them and do what we wanted to do, but we can't leave points on the board, and we can't just be kicking field goals, and it cost us in the end.
How frustrating was it? There's one turnover in the game. San Jose State recovers the fumble and had to settle for 3.
They didn't punt. We didn't punt. I don't think they kicked a field goal. I think their drives ended in all touchdowns. I think we did our job offensively, but in the end, there's things that you need to fix and put points on the board. You can't be kicking field goals, and especially in a game like this and facing a high-power offense as Hawaii has. So
it seemed like both teams were basically not airing it out, but then in the second half, kind of changed. What do you think dictated the change in philosophy offensively?
I think we started to speed up a little bit at the end. Obviously, we need to, especially in the fourth quarter. I thought the big boys up front did a hell of a job tonight. Packer ran the ball really hard. I think we ran for 130, 135 or something like that. That's big time and almost 500 yards of offense. That's pretty big. So, in the end, we need to go on the chalkboard and jot up what we need to fix down here in the goal line, and just execute better and not kick field goals.
One last thing about the running game. It seemed like tonight, yards after contact were pretty big.
Yeah.
How does that help a team offensively when you see your running back get hit and still carry people before he gets knocked to the ground?
He ran so hard, and he no fear, and not only did Packer run hard in the backfield, but he caught some balls out of the backfield that made a really big difference in the game, especially the long one I checked down to him at the end. But he's a dynamic athlete. He knows what we're doing back there, and protections and keep me safe. Touchdown to Ham, protection up the middle. He steps up, cuts the guy. That's his big time. He's doing all phases of the game back there, and he had a hell of a game. I'm really proud of Packer.